If you're in a game, make sure you're in it all the way, all in with it. And then that game will be your game. And that's where I am right now. I'm just a young kid. I'm a first year apprentice plumber on a building site. They're the guy that goes to make the tea. They're the guy that goes and gets the copper pipes from the storehouse and carries it up. It's the hard work that's not respected and not admired or not, so I was on them building sites cold and damp, and I was like looking around at the fully qualified people on the site and their postures not right, and that was not me. I knew I could do something better. I knew I had something in me. I just wasn't sure even what it was. Obviously I was training for the fight game, but no one in Ireland had made it in the fight game. The fight game, an Irish man in the UFC was literally, and I mean literally, laughed at. We were laughed at. I was laughed at when I said we were going to get to the UFC. Myself and my team were going to get to the UFC. Never mind get a win. Never mind even get a win in the UFC. Then win a belt. Then win the second belt. I've continually climbed. But I've just used all that fuel that I'm not supposed to do it, but I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna outwork everyone that says I cannot do it. And that's what I did, and that's how I rose up, and long may it continue. A young boy, my oldest sister. My family is a great family. I have a loving family, my mother, my father, my two sisters. But my lineage, the McGregor lineage, we are bled on the battlefield. You can trace my lineage back to the Highlands, where we fought invaders off of our land with our family sword, the claymore. I saw the sword in your office just earlier, and I was wondering where that sword was from. I have my family sword. It's a claymore. It's wrapped in sheepskin, and I have it hanging on the banisters of my stairs just to remind me of where I come from and who I am. We are warriors. We are fighters. So my sister, when I was a young kid at around 15 years of age, unsure where I was going, came to me with a book, The Secret, and preaching the law of attraction. Yeah. And I was like, stop. Get away from me, I'm only a young kid. I didn't care about that. I wanted to just go out and play. I wasn't interested. I was almost laughing at it. But then she kept on me with it, and I eventually watched a movie on it and read some books on it. And then it started to resonate with me, like to keep positive and have belief in where you're going. And you're able to, you can almost visually create your entire world. No, not almost. You actually can.
Yes.
You can. And then I was like, I'm going to do that, and I will do that. And then that's when I began to practice it. I used to drive, my girlfriend, we used to drive to a food place in like a shopping mall in Ireland, and it was a very busy shopping mall. And I would practice like little parts of it. Like when we were driving into the shopping mall, the car park, I would always visualize that the car park space right at the front door would be empty for me, waiting for us to pull up. And sometimes I'd get it and sometimes I wouldn't get it. But when I got it, I'd celebrate it like I just won my double world title. And I kept building on that, and I got better at it, and I became so damn good at it that I was able to go into bouts against undefeated fighters not defeated for over 10 years, or people with insane fighting legacies, and I was able to go in front of the world and tell the world, I'm going to knock this man out with this exact shot at this exact time, and I done it back to back to back. And
so you visualize it,
I visualize
it, you tell everybody.
I tell everyone. I think that's a very important thing. It's easy for us to keep it all in, but you're not on the line then. All in is a term I like to use in my ventures. All in. We've got to be all in on our ventures. Yeah. I am all in on my whiskey. I'm all in on my clothing, my fitness regime, the McGregor Fast program. I am all in on the fight game. I just want my worth. We're in. Yeah. There's a lot of politics in the game. The fight game is full of sharks, but I'm the whale, so I want what's mine, and that's what I'm going to get what I deserve. Well, again, yes. See, I was visualizing before I even knew about it. Obviously, soccer is huge in Ireland and the UK, and it was my first love, most certainly. I used to sneak out of the house late at night, and there used to be a little grass patch by my home, and I'd take the football out and play on the grass patch on my own, and I would kick the ball against the wall. And when I kicked the ball against the wall, I would imagine it was a goal, the goal net, and I scored a goal, and I would run off, and I would visualize a screaming arena cheering me on. And they were my first visions of of selling out arenas and doing these type of things. Although it didn't end up in the football game, I ended up in a similar one. So it all worked out, and it was all true visualization. So I was just like a young kid with a dream. You know what I mean? And sometimes my dreams change, but it was still a kid with a dream and a belief in himself. And for many times I was laughed at and not believed in. But you know what? Nothing external can defeat the internal. The only thing that can take someone down or break you down is internal. Nothing external is strong enough. It's just about making sure your internal dialogue and your internal belief in yourself is strong enough that it can withstand the external. Yes. The external is there. Yes. You've got to accept it. You've got to embrace it. You've got to understand it and be aware of it. But don't let it seep into your internal dialogue. Yeah. And I am, as a 30-year-old man, I don't know it all. I'm up and down and growing with this. I'm trying to continue to learn. It's a daily occurrence, not to let that external infiltrate my internal. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, because I have let it infiltrate it at times.
How do you do that? How do you keep it out? What do you do?
I think, it's a daily thing for me. I like constant internal.
Do you have a set of rituals at all?
I'm figuring out my rituals. Only yesterday, I was like, every time I wake now, I put on a song. I start every day with a dance.
That's awesome.
And feel myself. Who am I? Yes. I know who I am. I am an Irish animal, a proper Irish animal. My career is a career of never been done before. No Irish man has done what I have done. I opened up pathways for my people. We came steaming through the door, thanks to my belief and my hard work. What got me to where I am and where I continue to go and where I will continue to go is an insane work ethic.
Yes.
And it's an insane work ethic that you can only put in that amount of work if you were doing something that you are passionate about. And that's what I have engaged my entire life's work in, things that I am passionate about. Yes. You cannot fully commit to something if you are not passionate about it. So you must look at your surroundings, at the things you are involved in, and ask yourself, are you truly passionate about these things? Do you truly want to put every ounce of your being into these things? And I am blessed, truly blessed by something. I am not sure what it is, but I am blessed that I was able to find my passion, the fight game, the whiskey game, the fashion game, the fitness game.
Yes.
These are my true passions, and I am going down these avenues that these avenues that the fight game has opened up for me. I'm going down them at 100 miles an hour with no brakes and full confidence in what lies ahead, and great things are happening. Yes. So I'm very, very blessed and very motivated still. I'm, like you said, I'm only 30 years of age, Tony. I have gone through times in my young career of lapses in motivation and seeking that energy, but coming into a place like this and receiving an invite from yourself, a powerful man. You are a powerful man. We are all powerful people here, but you use your power not to boss. Like I have been thinking, we should use our power to lead, never to boss. And that's what I'm trying to do with my people around, to lead and grow and let's see what the next 30 years will bring, because I've no doubt it will be more amazing historical things.
Sure. Wow. Where did the hell does this confidence come from? I mean,
Tony, I'm not supposed to be here. Where I come from, it's on my whiskey proper number 12. I come from a place, Dublin 12. It is a hard-working town, a small little suburb. It has its good and it has plenty of bad, but I always like to focus on the good because the good shines through. But where I come from, we're not supposed to climb to these heights. We're told that. It's instilled in us. And I wanted to break that mold and pave the way, open up paths. And that's what I'm doing, and I'm happy and honored for it. And you know yourself to know others. That's a Bruce Lee quote. If you truly know yourself, you can know others. So I know what way I feel. I know what way that man feels. I know what I can say to push his buttons. I know what he's thinking. I know what he's afraid of. I know his worries, and I put them under the spotlight. I put them out there. Yeah. I get them thinking about it. Yes. I made a Jose Aldo an undefeated champion.
Yes.
The first UFC featherweight champion.
I remember.
He was 28 years of age at the time. I made him feel like he was an old man. But he was 28 years of age. I went in, I told him what shot I was going to knock him out, and I knocked him out with that shot. It's all psychological, to be honest. You've got to be able to control your breathing and control your emotions in there. Again, like I said, sometimes I've been up and down on it.
Sure,
sometimes I've riled up too much to it, and I'm only young, Tony, you know, I'm still learning the game.
Yeah.
And I don't claim to know it all. But what I do know, I know it damn well, you know, and I'm continuing to learn and continuing to push on. And that's where I'm at now, so. You know, how did my love for money begin? You know, what made me want to acquire that?
Yes.
And when I think about it, I wanted to acquire money so I could buy clean, fresh runners.
Wow.
Runners, sneakers.
Wow.
We call them runners back home.
Yeah, sure.
But that's where it began. So fashion was always instilled in me, and I always thought when I'm able to get up and make some money, I'm gonna splash out and buy the finest silks and the finest materials and wear them proudly. And David, I met David a couple of years ago, and you know, the partnership has been amazing. We've linked together now. We have our own line, the August McGregor line. We're on our second drop now, and it's grown really nicely.
Yes.
This is an August McGregor line.
Well, I thought
you know yourself.
The suits and jackets.
Yeah, I was in your wardrobe as well, just checking it out. We've got you covered if you want, Tony. You know that. You know, the most important one for me, the most significant moment in my career was when I first tasted UFC Gold. It was at UFC 189 in Las Vegas. I was supposed to face the current champion, Jose Aldo, but he pulled out 9 days before the bout with a broken rib. Someone threw a spinning back kick on him and broke his rib. It was more like a bruised rib. 2.5 weeks before my last fight, I threw a front kick at a shooting Moldovan wrestler. So a shooting wrestler is a guy who's shooting in on your legs.
Yeah.
And when he shot and I threw the front kick, I threw it at his belly, and my two toes, the baby toe and the toe next to it, bent back like this and stuck in that position. My doctor, who's here with me now, had to come into the cage, stretch it and break it back into place. My foot swelled like a balloon. That was 2.5 weeks before the last
fight.
I wanted to compete, and I wanted to get in there. You know, one of the things I'm blessed with, I have many shots in my arsenal. I have many moves. I can box, I can kick.
Yeah.
I have many different weapons in my arsenal. So that's a blessing and a curse. A blessing for the obvious. I can throw many moves. I can stifle an opponent. A curse because if I face a serious injury where I probably should have just settled it out and reset the match to a later date.
But your hunger made you go.
My
for it
hunger
anyway.
and my knowledge also that if I have one shot that's one limb that's gone, I have another 7 limbs. You know, the art of 8 limbs this is, so I can
awesome.
utilize other strikes in my arsenal. So you know, we didn't get there in the end. I had a 10-week period, and that brings me back to that all in. And that before the Floyd fight, I was a double-weight world champion. I'd done it in the fight in mixed martial arts. I had done it. I wasn't as committed as I could have been. I didn't have my team around me. I didn't have my nutritionists, my coaches, my sparring partners. And then the fight got made. The fight was 10 weeks out. So now I had 10 weeks to adjust from 5-minute rounds to 12 3-minute rounds.
Wow.
You know, but again, thankfully I have my McGregor Fast program that we have. I truly believe this in this program. It has got the shape I got in that 10 weeks on that program was insane. It was phenomenal shape. And it was one of the reasons why I got to that 10th round, you know, under that pressure and under that new experience, an experience that I had not felt before. So I'm very confident now, and my engine is keep building. As long as I keep on it and try and not slip and keep motivated. I think like if your lack of commitment is almost an insult to the people who believe in you. And that's what I'm trying to tell myself. I said, there's people who believe in me. So this is what I'm telling myself right now, today. There's people that believe in me, and me having this half commitment, it's you know, it's going against it.
It's not who the f*** you are.
It's not who the f*** I am. It's not what my people. It's not what the people who believe in me deserve. And I want to give back to the people who believe in me and give them that belief, you know, and prove that belief correct. So that's where we're at now, and let's see where it goes. Let's. I have seen a man die in this game. I was ringside. I cornered a man who killed a man. I cornered a man who killed a man on Irish soil. The only death in mixed martial arts history in Ireland. It was everywhere. And a couple of days after that, the UFC wanted me to fly all over the United States of America to promote the next bout. And I was like, I can't do this. I need to get away, and just my head needs to be in the correct spot. It's a ruthless game. You have to be willing, because you can go in there, and when you come out, you're a different person. If I could describe it to people, it's like entering a car crash. You're going into a car crash. The shins are bare, the feet are bare. You can strike with the elbows, the knees. It's a vicious, vicious game, and you've got to be fully committed, and you've got to be willing to go all the way. And that's what I am, and that's what I have been. And
literally
that's
is a fucking
even
gladiator.
I make correct decisions even in there, even in defeat. I know when it's if there is an out and it's time to get out. I know when to live to fight another day.
Yes.
You know, so you have to be intelligent in there as well. Otherwise, you won't live to fight another day.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in my last bout. That's something, again, I've learned as I'm getting older. It's just commit time. Time is
not
more
too old
valuable
yet.
than anything. The same essence in any hard work. Or in any success. It's hard work.
Yeah.
That's it. Hard work. You put it in. You believe in it. You will succeed, and that's it. I am living proof. If you want to look at a man who has clawed his way, fought with every ounce of his being to get to where he is, you're looking at him right here. So that's what I've done.